that. So your physiological anxiety has been conditioned. And you approach women, you're nervous, you're out of control. Anything you do, any pickup line, any number approach, just approach, fight through the fear, it doesn't work because you've been conditioned into the fantasy of sex. All right, your energy has been conditioned. Your physiologically, your mind and body are incongruent. Okay, it's congruent with the fantasy, and you're very comfortable with that. But around real world women, no, you have to condition yourself into comfort and polarity with women. That's why step 2 is so important. So we have to recondition you, or you have to allow it yourself. Okay, that's on you. I can only show you the way, which I have fortunately discovered, and it's a very effective solution. Okay, the magic of conditioning is that you can use it to condition whatever you want when you can control the process. So if you want to be a marathon runner and you can't even run half a mile, what's the magic word? Conditioning. That is the answer. That is how you can achieve amazing things. Okay, so conditioning is a very important subject here. I'm going to talk more about it with relational mastery. Okay, conditioning is how you got screwed up in a fantasy attraction. In the first place, have anxiety and can rarely get physical with good-looking women except by chance or a lot of work. Now, we're going to use to condition physical sexual behavior instead of fantasy behavior. Okay, so we're going to, well, you're going to allow yourself, if you follow this, to kind of have your mind be the captain of the ship now and steer you in the right direction that says, we're going to do this. And then you get your power energies involved, as I'll teach you in relational mastery. When doing the natural grounding, you just get more emotional, more sexual, more physical about it. And then that changes you faster. So you condition yourself. And that is the magic. You just have to control that process before the architects, the fantasy corporate engineers, CEOs, music video producers, they were the ones who had control over that process. Okay? And you were like the salivating dog when you saw a woman in hot skin, and that's been conditioned for years. Okay? And, they ring the bell when you're salivating. That equals sex is what you've been conditioned into, but it's the fantasy. So now we're taking control over that process with relational mastery and natural grounding to condition yourself back into reality. And then it's just mixing in some experience, which is step 3. So, okay, we're going to empower you to do your own ongoing reconditioning and into the natural sexual alignment and force of attraction that starts real relationships. Without the actual congruency and the habit and the conditioning, you can think, okay, this is great. You can start to see some more change in results, but it's really the conditioning and really doing it, because you have to really change your energy, especially, this is the real solution. This may be the only real solution in the world for this, as far as I know, and it does work, but you really have to work it, okay? So the conditioning works, but you have to do it enough so that it's kind of like this balance. Your past history is controlling you, the energy associations, the beliefs, and the fantasy. Okay, so you have to kind of bring up natural grounding. Your belief in the natural map and real sexual reality has to equal in power. So you got to form these new neural connections. It's got to be 50% or more, and that's when you'll really start seeing consistent attraction with women, when you really have that strong belief system. Okay, so this isn't about doing it once here and there. You really got to make this habit, because the conditioning is what changes your physiological energy, so that instead of working harder, you work less, and you don't have to have any game or pickup lines. And you're just always communicating the right things around women while doing less, because you believe in the natural reality and you're connecting with women on that level. Okay, so reconditioning, it's important, and we do it into the natural sexual alignment, polarity, and the force of attraction that starts real relationships. And you build and empower that magnetic attraction. Okay, so you've seen how women faint around some men or drop their jaws and turn into silly girls that can't control themselves and stuff. Well, that's the future you. It's coming up, okay? If you take this stuff seriously. That's what, starts physical relationships, when women are like that around you. Remember the actual physical process? You change your values and you value more of the start of relationship, which is what natural grounding does. You get in relationship to women when they're open and fun and flirty, and you value that, and that's what you attract. And that's what starts physical relationships. It's actually pretty simple. You just do the natural grounding, and you're just doing everything, like handling everything with natural grounding. Okay, it's the most important step, and then of course, actual experience with women. So just do it even if you don't understand it, because it works. All right, you're going to condition and melt your anxiety away as you adopt the natural map that will get you where you really want to go. All right, this isn't a personal map of sexuality that says all women want me, I'm the man. Okay, but with Relational Mastery, I teach you natural affirmations where you say things like, all women want me because I believe in the secret of women. So you always tie it back to the power of nature and sexual polarity itself. Because a lot of even the most advanced stuff out there, it's still coming from a personal map. It's like, I'm responsible, it's about me, but it seems like a lie. When you do natural grounding, you're in relationship to the absolute truth in its closest physical manifestation of female sexuality. It's not about explicit sex. It's about their energy and openness at the start of relationships. And that's what leads to real reproduction and love and romance and of course, great sex. And sometimes okay sex. And sometimes mind-blowing sex. Anyways, so got off tangent there. All right, it's not about personal map, it's about the natural map. Okay, so do the natural grounding. That's what is greater than your ego and inner game and self, and get you in that sexual relationship. Now we have the action plan to actually do it, where it used to be a mystery before. Okay, this conditioning gets you clued in. And how do we do it? Through natural grounding, of course. That's really all you have to know, is just to do natural grounding and make a habit of it, to truly live the natural map and attract amazing physical relationships. But you truly have to believe it. Women have to test you and know you are congruent. When you're congruent, you're real. Women can sense and know that you are real. When you watch me around women, you'll see that I have absolutely no anxiety. I don't care how beautiful she is. Some of the top experts have seen me around women, number close, and just no anxiety, things like that. How I communicate with women, well, I don't have to teach you that. It will happen for you the more congruent you become in living the natural map yourself, because sexuality, the force of life, is far greater than any of our personal development or our personalities. Okay, so you're just getting congruent and real in your belief with the natural paradigm of sexuality. And that's when women really open up to you. So you'll see it around yourself. If you can't see me in person, you'll see that women start testing you less because they see right away that you're a real man, which is having this confidence and belief in a natural reality, which then supplements and fixes all your inner game issues. Okay, this does it, by the way. Do this 3-step process. You will handle and fix all of your inner game issues, because that's coming from a personal map of sexuality. Okay, so take the natural map. It fixes all your inner game issues with women. All right, so when you're congruent, it means a woman can trust you to be yourself, so they don't have to test you as much. And when they do, when you're really solid in this, you pass all their tests anyways, and then they start opening up to you.